Colic is something that all owners dread their horses coming down with. Some horses are more susceptible to it than others, but Liverpool University has done research showing that some types of colic are more likely to occur in spring and autumn. As we're heading into spring, now's the perfect time to know a bit more about this condition. How do you tell if a horse is colicking? What do you do if it is colicking? And how should you go about preventing it from happening again? Here to answer a few of these questions is Edward Creamer, dressage rider and yard owner. So Edward, what are the signs that we look for in a horse that's colicking?
First thing I'd look for would be whether the horse looked uncomfortable, didn't look like its usual self. You can see this over the stable door. It could be a little bit warm, it could have a bit of sweat by its ears. The next thing you'd be looking at is it would be showing signs of discomfort, such as excessive rolling. The horse would keep rolling because it would be so uncomfortable in the stomach. It'd also be turning around sometimes to look at its own stomach to wonder why the pain was there. And another telltale sign is they sometimes strike out of the stomach with the hind leg.
So if your horse is colicking, what do we then do?
The first thing I would do is go into the stable and take the horse out. I'd want the horse to stop rolling straight away. If the horse continues to roll, sometimes they can have a twisted gut, and that's not a nice thing to have to operate with. As you take the horse out, just make a passing glance through the stable to see if there's any runny droppings in the stable, or if there's any droppings at all, because that'll give you a telltale sign of what sort of colic, and the vet may well ask you afterwards. And then the first thing I would want to be doing is get the horse moving, because naturally a horse would be moving around in the wild, so you'd want to try and get the horse walking around as much as you possibly could to maybe loosen up the colic if it was there.
Okay, and lastly, how would we go about preventing it from happening again? Try and avoid it?
It just takes careful management. The horse always has to have access to clean water. A common thing that causes colic is the lack of water. Horses need to make sure they're well nourished, obviously. Some horses will wolf down their food far too quickly, and so you just add a little extra chaff to make it take that bit longer. And the most important thing, obviously, is make sure the horse doesn't just stand in its stable 3-4 days in a row. You've got to make sure the horse comes out of its stable at least once or twice a day.
Brilliant, thank you very much. I hope that's cleared up any questions that you might have had about colic. This is Jessica Dane for Horse and Country TV.